けまだ見ぬ空に光重ねて悲しみの重さに負けたりしないで永遠に君で海沿いに君が見てるその世界はどんな色をしてるのだろうなくす痛みなんて慣れたくはないのにこんな夜も星は
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anime fans, what's good? We're here again to do episode 3 of Buddy Complex. This review is about the show and what's been going on so far with the show. Now, after 2 full episodes, we finally understand what's going on. There's an official war going on at the start of the early 21st century. Now, in the start of the war, what has been happening is that, just so I make sure I ain't got my bullshit wrong, okay. Now, an organization or country is called Zogilia, Zogorilla. I'm calling it Zogorilla. Fuck with them. Always want to bring new shit into the game. They have been excavating a new power called, oh my god, I swear it's ridiculous, these names. But for the sake of the argument, Gundanium. It's a power source called Gundanium. I'm going to call it that for the lack of a better, I don't want to say it and fuck up and say nutsacks. I don't. So, this power source for the first half of the 21st century, this country, Zogrillion, has been constantly, repeatedly digging this up, using this as a power source, fueling electricity, weapons, this, that. So in the course of it, they've gotten too power hungry, and they themselves are actually going apeshit with it, trying to get as much as possible so they could keep their way of life sustained. Now, in the course of all this, they start invading neighboring countries to excavate this power, which is throughout the regional countries. They find it. It's an orb that basically gives you limitless power. Like, one of those orbs can really power, like a chunk this big can power up a city for about 6 months to a year, depending on how big the city is. And I'm not talking about 20 to 30. I'm talking about 85 to 150,000 people in a city. So that's how big, that's how powerful that little orb is. So that country is invading other countries to get it. Countries are like, they don't feel comfortable with that. They don't want that to happen. So they create a threat of Liberty Alliance. That's the nations get together and start trying to fight back this country who's trying to invade them. Now, Alba and Dino, you can feel the tension between them. They don't really like each other. In fact, they don't even know each other. One is from a different timeline than the other. And they are trying to get away from the events that happened in previous episodes, so they're still being chased. And it just so happens, as they're explaining to Alba what's going on, they introduce another character in this, who the young lady is explaining. She's the assistant to the doctor who completed the research of the couplinking, buddy couplinking, which is me and you, or me and my nigga from Titanfall. We resonate, and whatever skill sets or ability he has, I can use them too, and whatever potential skills that I may cultivate or get, he'll get to be able to use as well. So, in a sense, like in the second episode, wherever my skill potential could be, he gains that. all the skill and technique he already has is at my disposal. The funny thing is, you keep all the memories and all the skill sets that you get from each other. So in a sense, you guys just keep maxing out your skill sets and your ability, and you're getting stronger, better, faster, which makes you a badass soldier. I didn't want to say anything about the episode 2, but I was always trying to figure out how they were going to play it out and how they were really going to abuse this system and how they were going to show the faults of this system. Because it's great to be linked with someone else and you guys are like S-Class, Super Saiyan 4s, beating niggas, but in the same sense, they weren't really showing you what this system could really do. As in, is this just like for a few minutes? How long does it last? What's the side effects? So the ship that they're on gets, the enemies catch up, and I believe the famous hyper cannon mech himself is known as Alfred. Hint Alfred, and he comes in. They're trying to set it up so they can steal both the new prototypes. Hell, they were even going to take the ship if need be. So in the mission, they're fighting. Dino, he already out there with the boys, putting in hellified work, but he's good. He's not great. So the captain, sly motherfucker that he is, preys on the goodness of Alba that wants to help people and hasn't helped them. In the course, it's nonstop action for like the latter half of the episode. And then they bring in this chick that you don't really get to see too well until like a little bit into it. Before the cup linking, you realize it's Hina. And we're like, oh shit, she's still alive. Like, what you doing, girl? What's going on? And Alba has to fight her. And they going at it. And and I thought it was cute, whatever moveset or whatever technique Dino used right then and there, he has access to it. So he pulls like, oh, ninja, shadow disappearing jutsu in your back, fucking nigga up, kills one of the bad guys. Nigga, I didn't even see his face. He was just dead. You were dead to be dead. You died in order for Alba and Dino to do a secret technique. That's all it was. You weren't even worth talking about. And Alba gets that critical hit in, realizes, oh shit, I just attacked Hina. And he's like, cockpit open in the middle of a fight. Alba's like, Hina, it's me. It's Alba. Yo, what's good? It's Alba. Stressing the girl. And she don't know who he is. All she's screaming is, enemies of Zogorilla. Enemies of Zogorilla. Death to you all. Like, Hail Hitler. All types of bullshit. And he can't save her. And just as he's about to get to her and like pull her into his cockpit, take her with him, a twist, the guy who's like the second in command to Alfred, well, the guy who has the Alfred mechanized suit, he bursts right through trying to save her. She gets a clean shot, only hits the suit, which is protecting Alba. He gets thrown back into the suit, which I actually walked away from a part because I didn't want to talk about it, but it has to be talked about. They're in their synchronization mode. And because he realizes that he hit Hina and he's trying to get to her, he forces the comp link out. So he like deactivates that. And he's trying to save her. What ends up happening is it dramatically decreases and it takes away from the person that you were cup linking with, and it hurts them bad. Like, it really hurt Dino to the point where he couldn't continue fighting no more. No matter what he wanted to do, he couldn't so much as make a move. And that's how dangerous the force cup linking can happen to someone, just so he could save her. And the gentleman that we saw in episode 1, we now know who he is by episode 3, and he's the villain that I'm guessing is in love with Hina, or really strong feelings for her, and he wants to kill Alba because Alba may have caused her to defect, later episodes, but caused her to defect. So we don't know that yet, and then hopefully that's actually explained. But all in all, the episode itself was good. They actually explained a lot more about the couplings, the power source, the reason why the war is going on the way it is. And then they showed how bad it could get. They showed how bad it could get if you force coupling out, which I wanted to see real bad. Like, I wanted to know what was the side effects. Like, what's the danger of using the system. And they do actually give, before they use it, before they get into the fight, they actually explain how dangerous the system was trying to get to where it is now. And, you know, as an anime fan, I don't really give a fuck about what happened in the past, unless you do me a two-shot OVA, and then I get to see it. But other than that, if you just talk about it, I don't care. So right then and there, when you saw it, you saw how dangerous it could be. Hell, it was so bad that one of the captains had to jump in to save Alba just so he wouldn't get murked. With that, the anime, again, from beginning to end, visually was amazing. I recommend you all watch it. Please pick it up. Get to watch episode 3. Episode 3 was great. You know, it moved too fast for me. Like, the pacing of the anime was too quick. But other than that, it was a great show. I recommend it to everybody, please. Using a rank system, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, I give it a 3. I give it a solid 3. 2.5. 2.5, because I like the way how he didn't get to take the girl. She got saved, and she's over here like in a corner. Oh, I'm weak and helpless, but I got this pistol, and I can shoot from 10 miles away, and I can fuck everybody up. So that shit was good. Please like, subscribe, tell me what you think of it, and I'm sorry I haven't been putting up any more reviews. I had caught a cold. I'm just coming off of it, and you guys be safe.